Very good evening, judges. Like my dear friend said, that social media is coming up. It is surely coming up in a very big way. Hi, my dear friends. I'm Nidhi, and I'm from ADG, which is Allied Digital Group. We are a digital media agency. We have provided end-to-end solutions for some of the blue-chip accounts in the industry, B2B and B2C vertical. And I'm here to present a case study for one of our esteemed clients, which is just not haywire. It is a B2B client from the technology sector, wherein the target group was TDMs, technology decision makers, and BDMs, business decision makers. And for us, here the challenge was just not to make the novel post, the challenge was just not to get the numbers, it was about building a community of these technology decision makers on the social media platforms. Finally, allow me to present that. I'll start off with a small AV and giving away some peripherals of the presentation, and then I'll take you through the presentation, the details of how we did it. So here we go. I'm sure each one of us, when we get up in the morning, we don't go for the newspapers. We always look up to our mobile phones, surfing through the Facebook, surfing to Twitter and LinkedIn. What is the update? What are the brands doing? What are our friends doing? So that is how normally each one of us starts our morning these days. Gone are the times, when we used to, go through our kitchen gardens and, the first thing, I'm sure you all agree with me, we always slip in through our mobile, surfing through the Facebook. Now this is about ADG, our company. The journey, it's 6 years old journey, but the journey has been fantabulous because our core competency is handling the B2B clients. The forte is IT, the technology, which is not very easy because the target group is entirely different. You cannot do haywire updates. It has to be very, very specific, very, very strategic. So that's how we did, and that's how we achieved some of the amazing ROI across these platforms. Today, across Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and YouTube, we have a community of 65,000 TDMs and BDMs on these social networking platforms. And we have been applauded across the global team as well. Insert, invite, engage, retain, and listen. Hear what our audience is talking about Cisco on the web. We have reached out to that level wherein we not only have just acquired the community of these TDMs and mediums, we also know how our brand is being heard on the web. So that is the augmented level of taking social media strategy to another platform. So these were our target segments. Some of the key achievements and some of the key inferences that we have so far achieved throughout the journey. So this was just the peripheral of all what we did. Can I go ahead? Yeah? So now I'll be running through you the entire journey of over 15 months, how we acquired, incepted, invited, retained, and how now we are listening to the community of the 60,000 PDMs and BDMs across the social media platforms. So the synopsis of this whole presentation is about ADG, who we are, where are we from, what have we done, what is the part of social media, just the peripheral, integration of the network architecture, what was the market impact, how we integrated, and what is the achievement, the overall achievement from this social media project. So we are the pioneers in digital media and marketing innovations. As I told you, we have done some extremely B2B categorical campaigns on the social media network and on the digital media landscape. driven some excellent and amazing ROI. And ADG's motive is to improve your business, whether it is brand building or increasing sales. We have also done some amazing lead gen campaigns. These stats are the reason. So let's say if Facebook was a country, it would have been the third largest in the world. I'm sure each one of you are on LinkedIn, just to build your professional community. You name any brand, and it is always there on social media, because social media is actually gearing up. It is there on the front foot. It is playing so well. So like I said, Cisco, Mr. Nandkishore Pradami, the marketing head of Cisco India and India and APAC, he gave us a very challenging task. He came up to us and said, ADG, I want you to build a community of specific TDMs and BDMs. I do not want Cisco employees to be a part of that community. I do not want any student to be part of that community. I do not want any person who is under 20 years to be a part of that community. It is specifically have to be TDMs and BDMs, IT decision makers, purchase decision makers, and engineers. And we took the challenge. So 4th April 2011, we took off. So there were some basic tiny steps we just acquired to kind of kickstart. We introduced Cisco social media program on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Now, how we spread across the viral, we acquired, first step is to acquire. So we had these partner messages and mailer shot across, with the demand gen exercise through LinkedIn database, through our Facebook database, through our internal database. Then we had some web events, some webinars, some viral engagements through, tactics and measurements on the social media platforms. Multimedia assimilation, just to drive a call to action campaign. The last and the least, we had the measurement of engagement and interest level, because there were some measurement metrics that were given to us, that the interaction level on each and every post that we spread across, it should not be less than 0.9 to 1% on each and every social media post that we put. So these were the metrics on we were judged. Incept a platform. Invite the prospect, engage with them, retain them, because there is a possibility when you join a Facebook page, sir, if you just lose your interest, you'll always, unlike the page. So these were, the 4 days that we were supposed to follow. And listen how my brand is heard on the web. So these were, the 5 steps that we took. We are still following them, and we are there. We are sustaining. So 3 product categories that Cisco has. One is data center and virtualization, very, very niche. Borderless network and collaboration. So these 3 product categories, we compiled them as a pillar, and that's how we promoted them on these social media platforms. Target audience, as already told you, very, very niche and very, very targeted. So as I said, some very, very scrutinized. They just scrutinized us with these all measurable metrics like 0.9 to 1% on the feedback on each and every post. 40 to 45% of overall fan base have been given the post views and feedbacks. Retweet ratio on Twitter should not be less than 50%. It was a huge challenge that we took. The cloud score for Twitter and Facebook, 45 plus. That is way above the industry standards, but we achieved it. Another step was, apart from promoting their product categories, we also have to integrate their 4 pillars. One was Cisco India, for just the overall branding. One was Cisco Social Media Ambassador Program, which was just for their internal employees. It was an HR initiative that we had to integrate with the social media network. Third, we had Cisco Interaction Network. This was a community driven just for engineers. Nobody else was allowed to join that page. And fourth, it was Cisco Connected Government for the corporate social responsibility. Any government and PSU's project that Cisco had acquired, we had to integrate it with the social media network. Now, how we innovated. Imagine a webinar going across anywhere. Maybe it may be on any platform across the web. We integrated it with the Facebook channel. We did the live streaming of the entire event, and we generated here almost 95 plus leads through this webinar, and that's how we integrated it on the social media channel. Some demand generation through innovative an engaging contest. Now, it cannot be a haywire contest that, you take a challenge and, you just do something and, because it is not B2C, it's B2B. So the category is very, very niche and very, very focused. Now, Cisco has recently come up with cable digitization in India. Now, its launch, its branding, its information and everything. This was given to us, how we talk to each and every individual on these platforms about how Cisco is going to change. You're going to watch TV, in the next upcoming era. We were supposed to deliver such information. If you see, we had also created a microsite on the Facebook page where it gave each and every detail of all the sections, be it video launch, newsroom, resources, and the network. So it was more like a microsite which we integrated on the social media networks. Again, some multimedia assimilation, because as we say that, content will be the king, and so it has been, and so have the creators been. We have got some extremely amazing response when it comes to creative assimilation that we have done so far on social media platforms. And I'm very proud to share it with you that be it any competitor across this social media platform, be it Juniper, be it Polycom, we have had the best of the fan base, very refined fan base, and best of the creators that we have done so far for them. Normally, what social media is always, we always imagine social media as a platform where you only build a community and you drive a community. Social media was never perceived to be a platform where you can generate leads, but we did it. And we did it through fan gating, we did it through some extensive applications that we acquired and integrated it with the social media networks. Cisco India C Club, come on and have a business breakfast with the experts from the Cisco. Such punchlines were always, we banged upon with such punchlines, and that's how, we had built a community of just the C-level audience on LinkedIn. I'm just, quickly taking you through these creatives and multimedia assimilation that we did so far for Cisco. The social impact, if we see, we have got some excellent testimonials from those 60,000 TDMs and BDMs, which I really want to showcase over here. This is what our reach is on Cisco India Twitter, some insight that I've pulled out to showcase. Now, Cisco India Global Influence Score is 675, which is whopping, and I'm really proud to showcase that. Cisco India on Twitter is followed by 1,600 plus IT professionals, and 481 links have been shared in the Twitter community. Some reviews from our Cisco customers. If you can see, the guru in computer and networking. So that's how it is. So when I said about the HR program initiative, how we integrated their offline HR initiative with the social media events, and that's how we got these 4 categories of employees, how much engaged, how much interactive they are with Cisco. The categories were champions, enthusiasts, onlookers, and laggards. Integrating. So not only externally, but internally, let's say there is a senior level manager, there is a marketing head, there is a public relation, and there are like HR department. We leveraged very well these 4 pillars, their communications, their programs, their initiatives for Cisco employees, for Cisco branding, for CIM network. We acquired them, and that's how we leveraged these platforms. And we communicated all over across. Mailers and partner messages, including the links of that Facebook event page. Some contests and promotions. We also did the live streaming of some of really good Cisco connected government events, and we covered it throughout the web. Corporate social responsibility that Cisco has driven so far through its connected government wing. We have also covered that on social media platform, and it's not about posting, giving away just the post. It's about covering the live, whatever happening live. We did it just through the live coverage, through live streaming, and generated a pretty well response over it. Some live trainings, Cisco Smart Kit, tools, quizzes and random questions, how to articles from different expertise area, personalized messages, seeking feedback on the training in order to receive accurate responses, group discussions, and contests like tweetathon contest. Quickly, since I'm to the time, so I'm just quickly taking to the market impact. We are there, we are sustaining, and I'm sure that we're gonna go very far because we are very proud to have such different community where I'm repeating my word, but trust me, it is very, very challenging to just acquire a particular segment of group. When you say everybody, everybody loves to join a brand, everybody wants to hear a brand, but then the challenge which we accepted, it was just to have that particular set of target audience, which is very, very rare to find on web. So that's how we are heard on the web. I'm very pleased to share that we are also awarded as the APAC-centric agency. And currently we have 65,000 community of these TDMs and BDMs. Some of the very credible tools that we have used across. On the basis of social media listening tools, Cisco India social media presence is amongst the top B2B digital landscape in India. A refined community of approximately 60,000 CTOs, IT heads, TDMs and BDMs on these social media platforms. And we are at par, though the Cisco's global page was incepted way behind, than we incepted, we are still working at par with them. India has been applauded in APAC for the social media initiatives. We have the share of voice for products and solutions by Cisco all over the web. Social media has hogged the limelight and has been practically focused upon all the social media internal employees. Thank you. Any questions?
How long is the Cisco campaign running?
It's been 15 months, sir. Yes.
And in terms of you got intranet, extranet,